Hey everyone, and welcome back to Realtor Talk with the Matchmaker Realtor. Today we're diving deep into the essentials, the do's and don'ts for first-time homebuyers. Whether you're just starting your search or deep in the trenches of negotiations, these tips will help you navigate the exciting, but sometimes definitely overwhelming world of home ownership. Let's get started. First up, the do's. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. Not being pre-approved for a mortgage and out shopping for houses is like going into the grocery store, putting all of the groceries in your basket, getting to the front, and not having any way to pay for it. It's all for nothing. This is absolutely crucial. Pre-approval gives you a realistic budget. And baby, a lot of buyers need that realistic budget, that pre-approval letter, so they know what they can and cannot afford at this time. Making your offers more competitive. If you have a pre-approval, that makes it offer one, nobody's going to put in an offer for you without a pre-approval. So, more competitive means being able to put one in the first place. Okay. And then it also shows the seller and their agent that you have good potential to be able to get finance for what you're offering. Okay. And it shows the sellers that you're serious, like you took the time, you are ready to pull that trigger and move, and you're not just out here just touring houses just because you like to look at them because you saw it on Selling Sunset. Plus, it helps you avoid, falling in love with the home you can't actually afford. It happens. Falling in love with the zip code that you can't afford or the amenities that you can't afford. The pre-approval is important, and any authentic real estate agent is going to be asking for that when you contact them, which is my next tip. Do work with a real estate agent. I know, I'm biased, but seriously, a good agent is invaluable. We have market knowledge, negotiation skills, and can guide you through every step of the process. Where you're trusted like advisor throughout the entire journey. Things you need through the process. If you don't already have those, when you contact the realtor, if you don't already have a pre-approval, that realtor can forward you to. It should always give you options of at least 2 to 3 different mortgage brokers that you can go to get your pre-approval. They should always take into consideration your needs and what you are bringing to the table when they refer you to these people, because they need to refer you to the right broker, that mortgage broker that can give you the most bang for your buck, period. Now, next, do thoroughly inspect the property. Don't leave this up to your agent or the seller. Make sure you're getting the home inspected. Don't skip the home inspection unless you balled in like a rock star, or you're an investor and like, you know what, I know I'm going to go ahead and gut all this anyway. It doesn't matter. Then okay, you go right ahead. But it's a chance to uncover any potential issues that you may not want to take on. It's not for you to say, oh, I'm negotiating a price. It's to say, okay, if there's a leaky ass roof, or faulty wiring. These things can cost a lot. Plumbing, all those things can cost so much. Foundational issues. These are things that you want a professional inspector to go in and take a look at. Inspectors are going to find a million things wrong with anybody's house. I don't care who you are and how much money you have. Houses settle, things happen. It is what it is. They're going there and they're finding everything and they're going to give you a list of all these things. All these things doesn't mean, oh my God, I can't get this house. You're looking on there for things that are serious business, are deal breakers for you in your budget. Okay? So an inspector is extremely important, but the right inspector is important too. You have some inspectors out here, they just need you to pay them. They're going to come in there, they're going to walk through, they're going to give you a report, and they're not really going to tell you the details. They're not going to say, you know what, yes, a lot of things here, here, and here, but this is a good house, you should take it. Or the roof is leaking, or behind here is this. They're not going in there. Some of them don't do that. It's transactional for them. You want an inspector that's going to be relationship um, um, minded. Like, he's not gonna just come in there and lie to you or just go through the checklist so that he can get paid and keep it moving. You want somebody who's gonna come in there and be honest with you, be real with you, and connect with you. So it's highly important. It is your choice. If you choose not to, just know that it can come back and bite you. Now, if you know that you want to buy a home or you want to become a homeowner, save for a down payment and closing costs. Give yourself that time so that you can get what you want when you want it. Aim for, if you can, 20% down. That doesn't mean that's what you have to give or what you're going to have to use. You can get a mortgage for 3.5%. But if you're somebody that can save up to 20%, then do that. Because if you don't have to use it, then you have money saved into the side so that when you get your new home, that money can be put, your mortgage payments can be put on auto pay, and it can be taken out of that, which puts you in a great place. You 20% down will help you avoid the PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. But don't let that discourage you, because there are options for lower down payments. Down payment programs where I've had a client who, she was purchasing a home, and I think the house was $115,000. And she only had to bring, I believe, like $1,000 or between $800 to $1,000 because she was approved for the down assistance payment program. And she was now a homeowner. And she did have the other money saved, but she didn't even have to use it, which helped her start off on a good note. So it's out there. The assistance is out there too. Next, ask questions. Ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. If you are dealing with an agent, a lender, an inspector, I don't care who it is. If you can't ask them a question, or you're in fear of asking questions to them because of their reactions or their attitude, then fire them now. Your agent, your lender, the inspector are all there to help you. They work for you. Ask anything and everything that comes to mind. It's better to be informed than confused. Be patient. Finding the perfect home takes time. Sometimes you can go out there and you find it you see 3 houses and you find the dream one. It happens. It happens a lot. Sometimes you can't find anything. Or sometimes you find a whole bunch and you get outbid, or they want different financing or, different terms, and you don't get those homes. So Don't rush the process. Be patient. Trust your instincts and be prepared to make some compromises. You're not going to get everything you want. You're not going to walk into the house and say, damn it, this is absolutely everything that I have ever dreamed for in my price point, in the area that I want. That's very rare that's going to happen. You're going to have to compromise. You have to be realistic. And I think that's the key. Be realistic. All right, now let's talk about the don'ts. Don't overlook the neighborhood, prices, and everything. Consider factors like schools, commute times, crime rates, the proximity to amenities that you like. You'll be living there, so you have to make sure that the neighborhood fits your lifestyle. So pay attention to that. Don't get yourself stuck on certain areas only. There may be neighborhoods out there that you don't know about, which is why you talk to your real estate agent who has that knowledge, and you may be surprised that they may take you somewhere else and get you more of what you need for a better price, or vice versa. So don't get stuck on certain neighborhoods or certain areas, because you got to make sure that those areas also fit your lifestyle. Don't focus solely on price. While price is important, don't let it be the only factor. Consider the overall value. The overall value. Look into the future value, including the home's condition, the location, and the potential for future appreciation of the house. Don't make large purchases before closing. Avoid, please, avoid, applying for credit cards or credit anything. Don't get a card. No financing. Don't go on no vacations and disrupt your whole financial portfolio while your mortgage application is in process. I'm telling you, don't do it. I don't care what you think. They will shut that shit down, and you will not be able to close. So please don't do it. Maintaining a strong financial profile is crucial throughout that process. Now, do not ignore the red flags. If the home inspection reveals any major concerns, don't ignore them. Make a decision. You either can use it as leverage, like, okay, to negotiate repairs with the seller. Where are you guys going to put on this a certain amount you need to take care of, or if you want them to take care of it all. And if they don't, you can decide to walk away, because dissatisfaction of inspection. But just know that the inspection is important. Don't ignore the red flags on that inspection. Don't get emotionally attached too soon. Just because you put an offer in and it's accepted doesn't mean it's going to go down. Things happen. Also, just because you put an offer in doesn't mean it's going to get accepted. So don't get too emotionally attached. I have people do it all the time. They fall in love with these places. They're claiming it. And I know you're supposed to do that. But always keep in mind that other people have fallen in love with the same house when they came in, and they may be claiming it too. They may have different finances. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why it could go another way. So don't get emotionally attached too soon. But remember to be objective. Consider all factors and make a decision on which home you're going to be in, which offer you're going to put in, based upon logic, as well as an emotional connection to that home. You definitely need that, but don't make the decision based upon emotion alone, okay? Don't go over budget. People, stick to your budget. Don't send me a pre-approval letter for $400,000 and then send me houses to go look at for 500,000, 600,000. What do you think is going to happen? It's not going to work. We're not wasting. No. We're not going to waste time. I am not a tour guide. Now, we going to go in the right direction. Don't send me a pre-approval for $150,000 and then you sending me houses for 200 plus thousand. Let's stick to budget because it's going to hurt your feelings and it's going to set you up for disappointment. And you don't want this process to be a process of disappointment. Sticking to your pre-approved budget is essential. Going over budget can lead to financial strain and make home ownership stressful experience because what you're going to do is fall in love with something that 200,000 when your pre-approval is 150. You're like, well, I got this 50K that I have saved, so I just put it with that. And you probably do. Ooh, that's great. But now you have 200. Now you have 50K that you don't have no more. You move into this house and then you're like, I don't even know if I can afford all this. Or it might not be the place I want to be. But the decision has already been made. So stick to it. And that 50K that you had saved for, rainy days, you spend it. Stick to your budget. Focus on your focus, okay? There you have it, 6 essential do's and don'ts for the first-time home buyers. Remember, buying a home is a big decision. Do your research, ask questions, and don't be afraid to seek professional guidance. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. For more home buying tips and to connect with the Matchmaker Realtor, visit themissjones.com. Thanks for listening. Until then, next time.